Yo! Motherfuckers. How you been? It's been a week and you missed me, and I know you did because I disappeared for a couple of days and I had like a whole gang of messages wanting to know like where the fuck I was at. So, hey, I'm here. Hey. Didn't go anywhere. Not going anywhere. Had a bit of a rough weekend. I'll get into that in a second. First thing I want to say is thank you. Honestly, like I said, I had a little bit of a rough weekend, and made a couple posts about it on my social media, on my Facebook and my Instagram, and the response, the support, just it's overwhelming. So I really appreciate it. And like I said, okay, so basically what happened is 2 weeks ago, like I talked about a little bit last week on the podcast. 2 weeks ago, I had a female, had a litter C-section, kind of a rough C-section, lost all the pups but one. We have one survivor. Seemed to be doing well, not super strong, but seemed to be doing really well, gaining weight, gaining strength. Friday, we ended up losing him also. So when all said and done, we lost the whole litter, Maestro and Red Rose, which I try to keep myself emotionally detached a little bit, just because I know, like, shit happens, especially if you want to live this lifestyle. If you're breeding anything, there's a possibility it won't survive. I don't know if anybody told you this or not. I don't know if anybody filled you in on this or not, but every time you breed anything, there's a possibility shit could go very sideways very quickly. Anything. Doesn't matter if you're breeding fish, doesn't matter if you're breeding lizards, kitty cats, dogs, horses, cows, whatever you're breeding, deer. I've met people through these dogs that breed deer for the big antler genetics or big horn genetics. Same thing, similar principles behind it. Anytime you're playing God, which is what we're doing. We humans have evolved dogs more than Mother Nature ever thought about. So anytime you breed anything, there's a possibility shit could go wrong. And we talked about that last week on the podcast also. Another thing I wanted to get out of the way, Jamie Sweet will be back for part 2 of what we were talking about last week. Her son John just had a baby like yesterday. Well, actually, it'll be a couple days once you're hearing this. Well, shit, it could be a year. You could listen to this a year from now, and it could have been a year ago the baby was born. Anyways, yesterday, for me, John had a baby. John and Abby Sweet had another baby, second baby. Jamie Sweet's grandbaby. So she is a little preoccupied right now. Can't blame her. Not mad at her. All the love in the world. I'm sure I'll have to. I'm sure we'll all hear about the baby stories next week, and I'm sure I will see the baby very soon, tonight or tomorrow at some point. Whenever it comes home, I don't do hospitals and do that whole situation. So as soon as the baby comes home, I'll probably see it. But that's why Jamie's not here. It's not why we're not doing part 2 today. So shit happens. That's real life stuff. This is we're playing around on the microphone a little bit with this. So, I understand real life priorities.